So here we are, day number 44 of this journey. And today I want to share my marketing plan for the month of May. If you're looking to improve your planning and not sure where to start, my 5-minute daily planning tool might be the perfect solution for you. It's a checklist that I've designed to spark and help create a continuous improvement habit that creates a positive cycle of learning how to take the lessons from each day into the following day, allowing us to move closer and closer towards our goals with each passing day. So if this sounds interesting, let me know and I'll shoot it through. Hello and welcome back to the From Zero to Marketing Hero podcast. My name's Paul Heron. I'm a life coach and entrepreneur who made the transition from the uncertainty I was feeling while still back in the corporate world through all the ups and downs since starting my business to finally being in a place now where I feel a sense of certainty in the coaching business that I've created. This podcast is my latest way of stepping out of my own comfort zone. Over the last 5 years, while establishing my business, I've predominantly outsourced all my marketing activities. But now I feel like it's the right time to dive in and figure out how all this stuff works from the ground up. So over the next 12 months, I'm challenging myself to create, post, upload a podcast episode every single day. I hope to document my journey along the way and hopefully give you guys a bit of an insight about how the coaching strategies that I apply in my business can be applied to all the ups and downs that I'll experience along the way. So without any further ado, let's jump into today's episode. Now, if you have been following along, you'll know that when I first started this project, my first goal was just simply to show up on a daily basis and prove to myself that I had what it takes to be able to show up and create and post a podcast episode every day. And I'm pleased to say that that first goal was a fantastic success. But one of the things that I realized was to get my head around marketing and to attract my ideal client into my world, it's going to take a little bit more than just showing up. So over the last week or so, I have been trying to work through and develop my next iteration of a marketing plan that'll take me through to the end of May. It actually hasn't been an entirely easy process to work through. I've been learning so much about the various different elements of marketing. And over the last few weeks, I've been down so many different rabbit holes, uncovering so much information that I could be applying to my business. So I had to keep reminding myself whenever I felt a little bit of overwhelm, just to keep zooming out and to put things into perspective and to keep reinforcing and understanding that this is nothing more than the second iteration of a marketing plan. And with all that in mind, I guess the ultimate goal that I've come up with for May is to just hopefully start to collect enough data, or to start collecting any data for that matter, all with the aim of having much more information available to me at the end of May that will help me to make the next step forward next month. So I guess first and foremost on the list is to continue to show up and create this podcast every day. I think this needs to be the core of my marketing activities. I'm still not 100% sure how it will fit into the bigger picture longer term. But the one thing that I'm completely certain about is that just going through this process every single day, forcing myself to think through where I'm at, what I want to get across in each episode, just going through this process of creating every day has been hugely beneficial for me personally. So this is something that I definitely want to keep doing, not just for the month of May, but all the way through this year-long challenge. As I touched on earlier, the next thing that's really important for me to start focusing on is how I can collect information and record information about all the various different marketing activities that I'm taking on. So I've actually put together a spreadsheet. I'm not normally one who has built habits around recording, like going to a spreadsheet and entering information and being really, really disciplined with that. I do like to automate my data collection where I can, but because this is so new to me and I'm just getting started, I think I just need to go back to basics. So I've created a spreadsheet. On the first page, I am going to record the details of all the social media posts that I make throughout the month of May. I'm going to focus on posting on Facebook, both to my personal page and the group, on LinkedIn and on Instagram. The main reason I have decided to start collecting this data is because right now, if you asked me, I literally have no idea. I have no idea about the number of posts I'm making. I have no idea about the engagement, the comments, the conversations that I start from those interactions. And I see understanding and knowing this information as being something that's critical to the longer term strategy if I'm gonna get my head around this. So this is really less about any form of analysis and really is just about collecting information on what I'm doing. So with that in mind, the next goal that I've set for May is to post to social media at least once a day. So over the month, hopefully between those two goals, I'll be posting every day and recording the information about those posts. And hopefully at the end of May, I'll start to have a bit of a picture about what I've been up to and what has potentially started to get a little bit of traction. And I think this is going to be essential as the months go on. Just knowing this information will provide the springboard for future iterations of this plan. The next goal that I have set for myself for May maybe has a little bit of an overlap between sales and marketing, but I still feel that it's really important in terms of what I'm trying to create from this. And that is to allocate some time every single day to starting conversations, which is what this whole process is all about for me. Now, these conversations might be people who have interacted with the posts that I've been putting on social media. They may be people who have listened to the podcast and reached out and wanted to put their hand up to receive one of the value bombs that I've offered. Or they may be the Bark leads that I've purchased. But nonetheless, I want to set myself some targets around the number of conversations that I aim to be the initiator of over the course of May. And my goal is to reach out to 50 people per week. So that would be 200 outreach attempts over the course of the month. And I think this is huge as well. It's something I have done a little bit of in the past, but I haven't really been collecting the data. Once again, if you asked me right now how many outreach attempts I made last month, I would not be able to tell you. It has been very ad hoc, very random. And one of the key goals is to both set the target, but also start recording information on what I am actually doing. Again, it's less about trying to influence and make changes to it. It is literally about setting the goal, allocating some time each day, and literally just recording information such as the method of outreach. Is it phone, email, text? Where the contact where I've become aware of the contact? Is it through engagement on a social media post? Is it someone from my old email list or my personal contacts? As well as information about whether I got a response from the communication. And again, I think if nothing else, it's just going to give me a ton more information to be able to analyze and use to my advantage when it comes time to making a plan for June and beyond. Now, as far as the plan goes, that's pretty much it. To continue doing what the original plan was of showing up and creating a podcast every day, posting on social media every day, completing at least 50 outreach communications per week, and ensuring I go to that spreadsheet and record the information about posts and the outreach attempts that I make. I think that in itself is an awesome next level plan to apply for the next month. As I said, it was quite challenging to get to this plan. There's a million different ideas that I've still got racing around in my head. Working on my brand, the website, various different ideas around products and lead magnets and ways to get more conversion and strike up more conversations, as well as understanding at a deeper level again about who my ideal customer is. But I know all this will come in due course. The plan that I have actually landed on, it feels manageable. I feel like it's going to be easy enough to allocate specific time into each day to be able to ensure that I give myself the best chance of success. And I'm really just looking forward to getting started at this stage. So I would actually love to know what you guys think. Do you think I'm on the right track? Do you think that collecting this information and collecting this data is going to put me in good stead when it comes time to repeating this process at the end of May for June? Or do you think there's anything that I've missed and something I really should put some attention on? If you've got any thoughts, feedback, any comments at all, please let me know. You can let me know in the comments below. You can head over to my website, paulheronlifecoaching.com. There's a few different ways there you can strike up a conversation. And keep in mind as well that if you are interested in developing your own plans, my 5-minute daily planning checklist planning tool is a perfect place to start developing this continuous improvement mindset. I even created a quick 5-minute Loom video today just to give a bit more context about how it works and why it's so important. So if you're interested, just let me know. There's no strings attached at all. It's completely free. You've just got to let me know where to send it and I'll shoot through the link. Finally, if you are enjoying the podcast, please consider hitting subscribe. It really does help me to grow the show and to share the podcast with a greater audience. If you're really loving the show, I would really appreciate if you could leave a review. I don't think I've got any reviews of the podcast just yet, so I'm not exactly sure how that affects things, but I would love it if you would consider taking a moment out of your time to leave an honest review. That'd be great. So until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye for now.